Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Hey, how's it going, guys? You all right? Few things, or two things maybe. One, I'll be doing a Cop Talk podcast this morning. Two, I will be streaming live on here on coptalk.tv. Hooray. Probably around 3 o'clock. 2, 3, 4, somewhere around there. Make sure you go to the main channel page for this channel. And there should be a bell at the top. Click on it and make sure it says all notifications and you'll get pinged when I go live. All right. We did that yesterday. We had a live stream yesterday and it was pretty okay. I don't think I'm seeing the boys today. You know, I usually go for a few sherbets on a Friday. Don't think I'm doing that. So we'll do that today. That's what's on today's agenda. When I come to my desk in the morning, or one of my desks, I have 5 different workstations in my property. And that's because when you've worked from home for a quarter of a century, if you work from home, you might be able to relate to this. You can get bored of being sat in the same place. Do you know what I mean? And look at these images here, like the new kits out and stuff like that. And all the fan accounts today will be pushing affiliate links on that. So be careful of them pushing out a lot of clickbaity stuff today to get you drawn in the first place. You won't see a single link on Cop Talk to any affiliations trying to sell that kit today, which is probably why I don't make a lot of money online with commissions and deals like that. But for me, it's like, nah, I'm not a sellout. I should be a sellout, really. It's about time. Just give me your money. Do you know what I mean? But nah, I can let them do that. They need to do what they need to do. And just for the record, if you can see any channel, any accounts on here, I do not follow these accounts. These are just keywords that are flashing up and stuff like that. All right. So yeah, when I get to whichever workstation or desk I like to go to in the morning, and whichever one I choose to work from, all right, the first thing I do is I check the back pages. Oh, here he comes. I check the back pages, and I like to also check the BBC gossip page because there's not many adverts on there. I do like to see like a roundup of what what the mainstream media are saying. Unfortunately, the BBC do include some websites that I would never pay attention to, like 90min.com, for example. It doesn't mean that anything on there is untrue, but they tend to, it's been somewhere else first. That's usually what it is, unless they are, peddling something, so-called exclusives or whatnot. But it's not for me to pick and choose. It's up to you to, work out who you think is worth a follow or what. Look at all these different accounts trying to make money on the new kit today. The BBC do include accounts that I'm like, or websites or whatever that I'm not really a big fan of. You might have noticed, like the Liverpool Echo does similar things, and over the years they would focus on including news from Liverpool websites and things like that. But I don't know if you know this or are aware of this, but they tend to only include their friends. They would never include me, for example, because I'm a lone wolf. Do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't want to be included on their shite for a start. But they look out for each other. And it's a shame, really, because if you get someone that's just started a new website and they're trying to get a bit of traction and their art's in the right place and they're not like trying to clickbait you and that, it's very unlikely that the Liverpool Echo, or the Fenway Echo as it's often referred to now, it's very unlikely that they would include another account. They look after each other, and that's part of the reason why I don't like these people. When I say I don't like these people, I don't mean like I dislike them individually. They might be nice people, but I mean that I don't like the way they operate. The clique, the clique of journalists, the clique of content creators and websites and things like that. They look after each other, and you've got to be very cautious of that. Right, so let's start. So we are starting with 90min, and like I say, I'm not a fan, but we'll go with it anyway. Newcastle United's owners are interested in Paris Saint-Germain's Brazil forward Neymar, 31, as they look to make a marquee signing this summer. I would like to see something like that happen with Newcastle. I love Newcastle, the city. I was there a few months ago. Actually, it might be November now. It was great. I really like it. I lived outside Newcastle for a number of years. I like the people there. I like the fans. I'm delighted that they've got this new, ownership after many years of being unhappy. They're a huge club, and I really like them. So I would love to see something like that. But sometimes, signing a marquee signing can backfire. I mean, I'm sure it's good for the fans get excited and stuff, but it can destabilise things a little bit, so you've got to be careful with that. Remy's decided to be super hyperactive the minute I've started recording, as usual. Can I kick his teeth in? I don't care if he's a rescue dog or not. Oh, here he comes. Okay, Chelsea are thought to be among the clubs keen on signing Argentina forward Lionel Messi, 35, when his PSG contract expires this summer. That's Football London. Can't see that happening personally. Relevo in Espanol, in Spanish. Wolves could offer Barcelona 30 million euros, which is 26.3 million pounds, for plus Portugal midfielder Ruben Neves, 26, for Spain midfielder Ansu Fati. I know what you're thinking. I've lost weight. I've lost a lot of weight. I have. Check my Twitter at Duncan Oldham today. I've put a little update on there. God, you're so proud of me, guys. That's from Relevo in Spain. Ruben Neves, he still gets a little mention with us every now and then. And I think David Ornstein mentioned him on Sky Sports News on their back pages review, which I saw this morning. It was a repeat from last night, I think. And, he was talking about Liverpool, the midfielders that Liverpool are interested in. And he did name check him again, saying that he's also being mentioned with us. AS, which is another Spanish outlet, say Barcelona have turned their attention to signing Morocco midfielder Sofiane Amrabat, 26, from Fiorentina, which could boost Arsenal's hopes of signing Spain midfielder Martin Zubimendi, 24, from Real Sociedad. Amrabat was linked with us, but quite some time ago. The Telegraph, Manchester United are making good progress in talks over a new contract for England striker Marcus Rashford, in the hope of pairing him with Tottenham's England striker Harry Kane. Does anybody see Harry Kane going to the enemy? Can you see that happening? I feel for the Tottenham fans at the moment. Quite a few of them watch my videos on here, despite this being Liverpool content. They have a massive issue with their ownership like we do. And I expect at some point that their club will be sold, possibly. Where does that leave us? Because, Newcastle sold, Chelsea sold, Tottenham stuff, but that, where would we be? And especially if Man United end up getting new owners as well, we are going to fall further and far behind if they don't do something. Okay, Talk Sport. They say Arsenal and Aston Villa are among the clubs tracking Barcelona's Spain winger Ferran Torres, 23, great player. We were linked with him quite some time ago. Liverpool scouts watched him for quite a while, and it did look at one point like we would go in for him, but nothing ever came of that, and I was really disappointed personally. Now, it might be Talk Sport, they're speculative again, and they're rehashing that from somewhere else, because I know for a fact that I saw this mentioned last night, along with that Vlahovic as well. So I haven't read the original article. The original article might admit that they're getting it from somewhere else, but I'm just making you aware of that. It's not them making the original claim. I have 100% seen that, saw that yesterday. Ferran Torres, I really think he'd come to us at one point. Actually, we're moving on now to Vlahovic, and this is in the Telegraph. Aston Villa are considering a move for Juventus's Serbia striker Dusan Vlahovic, 23, as well as Torres. So both players. Vlahovic is an incredible player. Honestly, guys, I would do anything within reason to have him. The sun's gone in, I'm not having that. At Anfield. Again, Liverpool scouts, tracked him, but didn't step up. Now, sometimes you might think, oh, well, maybe they didn't rate him or not, but that's not what was being said at the time. And we've been linked to some of these outstanding, or as Brendan Rodgers would say, fantastic players, and then nothing comes of it. And I guess, Vlahovic was, I think he was on the radar. I really do think that Liverpool wanted him. But again, I just think it does boil down to financial stuff. But if I can't imagine Vlahovic going to Aston Villa. This kid, guy, he's mint. He's 23 years of age. Go on YouTube after this, right? And just put Dusan, D-U-S-A-N, V-L-A-H-O-V-I-C. He would be, I would rather have him than Nunes, right? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Maybe at the present time, that might, I might regret saying that in the future, because maybe he will become a good player. But if you'd have said to me at the time, him or him, I would have gone for Vlahovic without it out. The Mirror, former Spain and Liverpool midfielder Xabi Alonso has been linked with taking over as manager of Tottenham, but the Bayer Leverkusen boss says he's 100% focused at the German club. Alonso's a very loyal guy. I can't imagine him. I can't imagine him changing to switching to Tottenham. Tottenham's not really a club that a rookie manager should be going to, in my opinion. It's a club under a lot of pressure and a lot of senior managerial issues. I think it's too soon for Alonso to go to the Premier League. Do you think, just thinking there about players that become managers and that, Steven Gerrard, what do you think? Do you see him going back into management, guys? I'm really gutted that it didn't work out for him, in England. I'd like to see him back in the game and continuing, but Alonso is, I really do think you should keep an eye on Alonso. I think when he took over by Leverkusen, they were 17th, maybe? I don't know. They were second from bottom, I do believe, in the Bundesliga, which I think was last October, I think. And he got them up. The last time I looked was about 6th in the Bundesliga. He's impressing. And I really hope it continues to work out for Alonso. He's a great guy. I'm sorry about the background noise, it's my dog. But he's a rescue pup. He was dumped in a street bin when he was a puppy. And as annoying as he is, and I could put him outside or I could put him upstairs out to his kennel where he's got his cosy bed and toys. I like to keep him with me because he's special, The Guardian, Brighton are confident of signing former England midfielder James Milner, 37, this summer when his contract expires at Liverpool, who have stepped up their attempt to buy Argentina midfielder Alexis McAllister, 24, from the Seagulls. I think, we had confirmation of this Milner and Brighton situation yesterday. There was something that I saw yesterday. If I can find it, I will. Where pictures, albums, screenshots? I took a screenshot of this. Oh, it's not fucking there. Is it there? Yes, it is there. I took a screenshot of this yesterday. And it just shows you how time flies, right? James Milner will leave Liverpool having made more appearances for the club than Kevin Keegan, Terry McDermott, Jan Molby and Michael Owen. Only 12 players have made more league appearances for Liverpool in the Premier League era, than Milner. I mean, that's incredible. I saw that yesterday. I was like, where has all that time gone? I mean, he has, been such a good asset for Liverpool Football Club. And he's got personality as well. Some people might say he hasn't, but he really has. He's dry as fuck. And I wish him really well. I would like to have seen him at Leeds, to be honest with you. I'd like to see him finish his career at Leeds. But you know what? Brighton, I know we're linked with, we'd have to watch all them accounts trying to sell the Liverpool kit. I was thinking about this yesterday with Brighton. We're obviously sniffing around a couple of their players, and in particular Alexis McAllister. And why do we assume that Brighton will just do business? Do you know what I mean? We've still got that arrogance about us, haven't we? And rightly so. We're Liverpool Football Club, we're not Brighton. But Brighton have got to be the best run Premier League outfit by a mile at the moment. The scouting is incredible. And they're doing really well. And I kind of feel bad if I know we shouldn't look at it like this, you've got to look out for your own team, but I'd feel bad if they take their best players away and they suffer for that, they're trying to be something. And I guess you could only hope that they could replace, the likes of McAllister, Caicedo or whatever, with equal quality, as Rafa would say, quality. But, there is suggestions that you might have a release clause that Liverpool know about. Which is why there's a lot of confidence in the air at the moment. And I'm sure we'll be talking about McAllister as the day goes on. But yeah, James Milner's going to a great club. And I'm absolutely delighted for Brighton. I've got to be honest. I like to see it when teams like that do well in the Premier League. Football Insider, another horrendous outlet. Fulham will demand more than £50 million this summer for 27-year-old Portugal midfielder Palhinha, who is a target for Liverpool and Bayern Munich. I've seen him mentioned with us. Yeah, I think he's one of those possibles. I don't think he's high up on the list. I would consider that a fallback option for Liverpool. Football Insider again. Newcastle United are well placed to sign 22-year-old France midfielder Kefren Thuram from, I always want to just say Nice, from Nice. Can we just say Nice? Who will be open to bids of £60 million this summer. Another outstanding, player that's been linked with us somewhat. Again, I would say that he is a possible. It depends what happens with McAllister, whether we can broker that deal and other deals. I wouldn't put him in the top 2 of the targets at the moment that I think Liverpool are working on. But I would put Thuram higher up than Palhinha. The Telegraph, French forward Alain Saint-Maximin has been leaving Newcastle. They look like that, will they? But the Tyneside club are not looking to sell the 26-year-old, although that stance could be tested with any bid above 40 million. I would have thought it'd be worth more than 40 million, that lad, like. I even turned into a Ruddy, like, didn't I? Yeah, I'm gonna go down, what is it? Up the tune, yeah. What's that over there? Oh, it's a photocopier. Kawasaki. Nah, all right. Sky Sport Germany. Newcastle United have had Hungary midfielder Dominik Szoboszlai, 22, and 25-year-old Mali midfielder Amadou Haidara, who both played for Leipzig, watched by scouts a number of times this season. Gazzetta dello Sport, Italia. Prospective Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino will give Romelu Lukaku another chance to establish himself at the club when the Belgian striker, 29, returns from his loan at Inter Milan. I really like Lukaku. There is a documentary about him. I think it was on Netflix. If you ever get the chance to watch it, it's very good. And I like how he looked after his mum. I like anyone that looks after a mum in life. You know what I mean? I know we all look after our mums, but some people go above and beyond. And I just think it's a cute story how he became a footballer. I like it. It's good. It's worth a look. The Mill, Harvey Barnes could follow England midfielder James Maddison by leaving Leicester City this summer with Newcastle, Tottenham and Villa thought to be tracking the 25-year-old. Again, another player linked with Liverpool. I think it was Glenn Johnson yesterday that was suggesting that Liverpool should go for him. Football Insider again. Rice Nelson has rejected the first new contract proposal made by Arsenal, with many clubs in England and also abroad interest in a potential free transfer for the English winger. No, sorry, I have completely made a mistake of that. That was Fabrizio Romano. Mo Salah! Him. Okay, Fabrizio Romano says Nelson has rejected the first new contract proposal made by Arsenal, with many clubs in England and abroad interested in a potential free transfer for the English winger who is 23. Football Insider, which I should have read, was West Ham are concerned about losing Czech Republic midfielder Thomas Sukic, 28 this summer, as well as their captain and England midfielder Declan Rice, 24. Now, if things go pear-shaped with other deals, please, let's go for Declan Rice. 90 min. Man City are close to finalising a new contract for versatile English defender Rico Lewis, who is 18. The Irish Independent. Republic of Ireland centre-half Andrew Omobamidele. I don't know if it's not like Jack Daniels or John Smith. I can't pronounce names. Has attracted interest from European clubs, including AC Milan and Nice. And he's rated at 20. You do know I'm taking piss sometimes, don't you? And he's rated at £20 million by his club Norwich City. Finally, that one there is from a rag that we do not pay attention to, so we won't be reading. Oh my days! Look at that. Sorry, I'm getting messages already. Work messages, obviously. Oh yeah. Right. That's it. That's your first 20 minutes long just to get through a bit of gossip. Oh God, here he is. You all right? Yeah. I finished recording now, so now I'm going to upload this video. You can go and lay down and go back to sleep, right? Yeah. You can wag your tail as much as you like. He's looking into my eyes as to say, is he all right with me, or is he going to kick it? Oh, he's picked his thing up. Come here, what's it called? This thing, look. He just wants... If you could see his eyes right now, he's like looking at it going, what does a dog think? He's thinking, go, oh, fucking throw it. Just fucking have it. That's what he's thinking, isn't he? Oh, he's jumped up. He's jumped up. It's just like a woman, you are fucking annoying. Thing is, women have uses every now and then. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit, guys.